Guys, you have a game here. Thought I'd just share this little project I'm working on for AP Computer Science. The actual project itself is to create a line to render a line using a class that they give us, which is essentially just a rendering class that's over here, graph or panel. I didn't write it. This guy named Rob Schreider did. I'm sure if you spent a little bit of time researching JFrames, you know how to do it. But essentially, it's really basic, right? You got line class. You got a line class. Ignore this. I'll get to this stuff in a minute. I'll get to this. You have all this stuff, and you got all this normal stuff. So you draw a line, point on Java, which is the point system. Go to graph or panel in Java. Some main, right? Another thing was for extra credit, you could get the perpendicular bisector. Pretty sweet deal. Now, there's obviously a couple of ways you can get a perpendicular bisector, and one of them is if you take the slope and just negative it. Take a slope and you just times it negative, you're good. The problem is, the way I get the slope is I do this. And like looking back, I'm sure there's ways I could have done it besides the way I did, which is overly bloat, but this essentially is one equation actually. All the stuff you see, this can be simplified down to one line actually, but I didn't feel like it. Well, not one line. You could do one line, just look ugly, but you could, like, if you were doing mathematical, it would be an equation. Essentially what we're doing is we're rotating one of these points 90 degrees, and we rotate the other one 90 degrees. And we just generate the line. We just generate this line based on that. And you do some mathematical equations here. I think the equation itself is, yeah, here it is. I put it right here. So there's that. It's x cosine of theta, which is the angle you want to rotate it by, minus y sine of theta, and this is x, this is y. I already knew what the y, well, I actually didn't know what the y was, I just calculated as well, because there you go. And then the midpoint, I already knew where the midpoint was, because I have a midpoint getter. And that would have been all fine and dandy and all, but, that would have been great, but I couldn't let it go. So instead, what I did, I felt like I wanted to do something more interesting, and me and this other kid in the class, and so we decided to try and challenge ourselves to create a Parabola class. Ooh, spicy, huh? There's probably different ways you could have done it. The way I did it was essentially classic way, which is you just iterate over each x and find the value at that point. So if you go to Parabola Java here, you'll notice here is the actual rendering thing right here. What is that? I hate. Oh my god, I hate Replit. There. I'll sing its praises and I'll sing its hates. Here we go. There we go. So here it is. So this is the rendering. You can see we just iterate over x, so iterating point 1 to 10, because this is what the scale is 10, 10, and negative 10, negative 10. We iterate to that. We just go each side. These two dots, one of them is the vertex, and the other is a y-intercept. X-intercept is a work in progress, but I'm sure we'll get there. Quadratic formula, epic fail. Yeah, so we can do a little demo right here. What I can do is I can remove this, and so 0 we can make it say negative 4. We'll make this 6, and we'll make this 9. It's gonna be interesting, huh? So yeah, this was a basic AP Computer Science project. I'm not sure if this is in the curriculum or not, because I'm too lazy to check. But yeah, not really. You can look at this, see. 3, 2, I guess. If you want to really make this fast, what you can do is you can make it read from a file. So that way you don't have to modify these each time, so you don't have to recompile this main Java class. It's not that fast, but also keep saying these. No matter for the next session. There was a point at time. There was a time when it would throw these constantly, so I'm glad not to have that anymore. 7. No, wait, let's do negative 7. We can make this negative if we want to and flip it around. I haven't actually tested that yet, so. But you can, I'm sure. Yay. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show. This is some pretty basic. This is some pretty basic stuff. Just thought I'd show it off because I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah. Anyway, see ya.